Hello everybody, JB4576 here. Welcome to another Action to Death battle! Today we have Tanjiro versus Jonathan Joestar, Demon Slayer versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, I don't personally care about either of these shows, which is probably ironic since I have a whole Persona 4 series on my channel. But I've never really been into anime. But you know what? Let's just enjoy the show. 3, 2, 1, go.
Tanjiro Kamado, the sun-breathing demon slayer swordsman.
Jonathan Joestar, the very first JoJo who ever Jojed.
These two anime monster
Yeah.
hunters are as deadly with a blade
All
as
I
they
know
are
about
instantly
JoJo
good-natured.
is that
Don't
he's the
cross
brother
them,
of
else
Dio.
they might leave you breathless. He's Wiz and I'm
I don't know
boosted.
anything about
And
Demon
it's our job to
Slayer.
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
But that's why we're here to
Meisho
learn.
Japan, an era of unparalleled progress and imperial domination. But this empire had a sickness, a rot at its core. Demons. This race of
Demons!
superhuman cannibals originated from one being, their all-powerful progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji.
Who spent his evenings slaughtering families and eating them, including the Kamado clan.
Though one of them fatefully survived, the eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, the good news is your sister Nezuko is alive too. Bad
Certified
news is
group
she's a
mom
demon
instead
now,
of
so
enroll.
Sorry, champ, I'm chalking this day up as an L.
But Tanjiro possessed the golden heart of an anime protagonist, and he devoted his life to
Yeah.
carrying Nezuko's curse and ending
Anime
Muzan's evil
protagonist.
once and for all.
So he joined the Demon Slayer Corps, a secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords. Forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore, the Nichiren Blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon and end their unholy existence for good. Especially when combined with the Slayer's fancy pants katana magic.
It isn't katana magic. Okay, well, it's totally katana magic, but
Yeah.
that's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's breathing, which is so lame. Anybody can do that. Oh god, I was wrong.
The use of breathing
Yeah.
is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro
Okay,
mastered this breathing
so
shit
less
so well,
energy.
he could do it in his sleep. Literally
So use less energy and you use up and you get more of it. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not gonna question it.
24/7.
This is total concentration breathing, a technique developed by the Demon Slayers in order to massively increase their physical abilities to match their blatantly superhuman foes. Through the measured intake of oxygen, users can boost their concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This can help in slowing down poisons or speeding up the coagulation of wounds.
Which
Okay.
means he can use it to quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their
So it's
breathing
sort of like
with
a
their
healing
blades
factor.
For, well, katana magic.
Each breathing style is a separate form of sword combat. The first form Tanjiro mastered was water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stubbornness made
A common misconception is that the elemental effects from breathing are just artistic flair, but there have been numerous situations where the elements interacted uniquely in battle or were used as projectiles. Okay.
him a prodigy demon slayer in no time.
He proved to be a tactical genius in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them in the heat of the moment.
Oh,
It was
go for his
almost as
tongue.
if demon slaying was in his very blood.
Maybe because it is.
was. Hundreds of years ago, the creator of the very first breathing style taught this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro himself.
This was the dance of the fire god, the Hinokami Kagura, sun breathing.
With sun breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into godlike flames that slow a demon's healing factor and can turn into a wicked fire dragon.
Sun breathing increases Tanjiro's speed and power, but at a cost. It will quickly tire him out, and overuse could severely debilitate him.
Which can
Okay.
also turn on this really distracting birthmark on his forehead.
Through intense stress and exertion, Tanjiro can activate this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And gives him access
Super
to the
form.
see-through world. Basically, it slows down time for Tanjiro and gives him X-ray vision.
This allows him such a precise understanding of his opponent's muscle movements that he can predict their future actions. Sort of like a spider sense. He can even do the same
spider
with just his
sense.
sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark needed. Not only can his nose detect people from hundreds of yards away, it lets him find an opponent's opening in battle even easier than before.
You'd think being an anime swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's basically the group mom, with an innocent little cherub sweetness matched only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the
Ah,
stomach,
shit, an ad.
fast enough to dodge
They had to cut out an ad there.
lightning, and strong enough to slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That demon turned himself into a train, Wiz! Funniest shit I've ever seen. And
Ah.
this demon, Doma, was able to
Funny.
breathe the air into this giant ice statue in only a few seconds. That takes a lot of energy.
And Tanjiro's managed to keep up with similarly powerful demons like Hantengu, Akaza, and eventually the strongest of them all, Muzan himself.
With the help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless sacrifices, but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize their dream of a world that is safe for humanity. And whatever Inosuke is.
Victorian England, an infamously shit-tastic time to be alive.
Yeah.
Whether you were a lowly street rat or a wealthy noble. Okay, well, that last one probably wasn't so bad.
That is, unless your dad, in all his infinite wisdom, decided to adopt the single greatest asshole in human history and make him your brother. That'd make you one unlucky schmuck.
Yeah, that's basically all I know about JoJo. All I know is that Dio is an asshole, and later on they got stands, which are like personas, or personas like stands. I don't know, and I don't really care. I just want to watch some dumb shit happen.
That would make you Jonathan Joestar.
Hadn't you heard, Wiz? Everybody just calls him JoJo.
In an effort to take the Joestar fortune for himself, Jonathan's new brother Dio dedicated his life to breaking Jonathan emotionally, turning him into a docile puppet. But after being bullied, beaten, and thoroughly traumatized, something awakened deep in Jonathan's heart. The raging fire of a gentleman.
I don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure was satisfying. Too bad it didn't last forever, because only a few years later, Dio got his revenge when he turned into a vampire and killed Papa Joestar.
Oh
Classic
no,
Dio.
not
With
Papa
Dio now bent on
Joestar.
world domination, Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah, he needed a creepy floating Italian man that punches frogs with the power of the sun.
It wasn't just any creepy floating Italian man. It was Will Antonio Zeppeli, a practitioner of Hamon, an ancient martial art designed specifically to do battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breaths, Hamon users can blast a hot electric
So they
ripple out of their
breathe.
bodies and
Cool.
flood it into their opponents. Huh.
That's what Haman means in English.
One sec.
The rip-
Okay, never mind. I guess I didn't have to sneeze.
Man, if I had a nickel for every anime protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing, well, that'd be 2 nickels. But let's agree, it's weird that it happened twice.
I get that
Hamon energy
reference.
massively increases a user's physical abilities and allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch. In order to fight Dio, Zeppeli taught Jonathan everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch, where Jonathan stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he chomped on a gum-gum fruit. He does this by using the ripple to dull the pain of dislocating his shoulder before snapping it back. That
That's
might sound
disturbing.
crazy, but there are real-life examples of breathing basically giving people superpowers.
Like the Dutch adventurer Wim Hof, who can survive being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours. Through forced exhalation, Hof drops his oxygen levels in order to
Yeah, I think I heard about this guy on John Tron's Goops video when he reviewed Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop series on Netflix. I heard about this guy.
supercharge his body's thermoregulation and release euphoric chemicals to numb the pain, just like the zoom punch.
Mon is basically just like the Eastern idea of chi. Voila! Which is circulated through the body by, what else? Breathing. And just like chi, it can do lots of crazy shit.
like walking on water, magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces like metal.
And he can catch his fists on fire and slam you senseless with his patented Sunlight Yellow Overdrive. It'll leave any monster smiling and satisfied.
The order,
Jonathan took
order.
these skills as he, Zeppeli, and the definitely not just there for exposition Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain and waged war against an army of bloodthirsty zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing. He could even snap JoJo's neck and cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in peace, creepy floating Italian man. Sorry you had to be born the mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying deaths too.
Before succumbing, Zeppeli's last act was to pass his ripple onto Jonathan, not only allowing him to heal his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through Tarkus's giant arm. Not with his nifty new sword, Pluck. With his bare goddamn hand.
With this power boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all, and fisted him with his raging hot ripple. Wait.
Now,
Dio has a different body in part 3, but nothing suggests it was any stronger than the body he had when he fought Jonathan. It may actually be a bit weaker on the account of said body rejecting him.
Twisted Dio was pretty impressive, considering Dio could later fight faster than light stands like Star Platinum. Hell, even other Ripple users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
But more than his strength or speed, or even Haman, Jonathan's greatest strength was always his intelligence and unstoppable determination.
Why Mother defeated Jack the Ripper, Buford,
that defeated Dio all those years ago, and the same one that defeated him again. But this victory was bittersweet.
He may be built like a brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even after everything Dio did to him, all of the lies and abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother, and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even after Dio returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But he did not die in vain.
Jonathan.
His bloodline would continue throughout the ages, spawning a line of illustrious and bizarre heroes who would crush Dio's plans and save the universe.
And they all had one thing in common. His name, JoJo. Wait, is the Ripple his tip?
Bam, 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 bam.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time
Time for a death battle! I'm going to guess it's going to be JoJo. That's my guess.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by
And
For
I don't
most
care
of us,
about
learning a second
sponsorships.
language in high
I don't care about that.
Step aside! I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions.
I don't know who you are, but you better leave her alone!
You poor wretch, shackled by the chains of this harpy's insidious mind control. On my honor, as a gentleman, I will free you!
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Did you bump your head?
Ha! Sprite. I like sprite animations.
Total concentration!
Water breathing! Most unorthodox! You fight with valor, noble swordsman, but I know the burning passion of my heart will carry me through!
Aw, he's kind of adorable! Like a puppy! I wonder if he has a caretaker nearby.
Oh,
You're mine! Valiant footwork!
ooh.
You will fall!
No kamikaze!
I like this fight. Gotta say, I'll say that.
Nice try!
Incredible! You could teach me a thing or two! Scarlet Overdrive!
Yours is spider sense form.
He's carrying some kind of energy. Like me. And that means I know how to stop him.
He's focusing on my neck. Does he know? Metal Silver Overdrive!
And here's JoJo death.
I've got you!
Fate! He's going for my lungs!
And here. Oh well.
2 inches off. Did he dodge?
Oh. What? Oh. Oh, was I actually right for once?
She's my sister.
Was I actually right for once?
My honor as a gentleman, I will protect her with my life.
What? That was a confusing ending. But, okay. Okay.
KO! I'm not crying. I'm only.
I actually enjoyed this
really
episode.
hard. Holy shit! Hold me, bro.
Please don't touch me. On paper, Tanjiro did initially seem to have more advantages in this bout.
For sure. He'd been training for way longer than Jonathan, and with way more experienced teachers. Tanjiro's Demon Slayer journey took place over a couple of years, while Jonathan's Ripple training was less than a month.
Tanjiro was obviously a superior swordsman with a variety of powerful techniques and katana magic.
was
while
actually right for
Jonathan
once.
Really
Cool.
only improvised as a swordsman.
But that's where the advantages stop. Sure, Jonathan wasn't a natural swordsman, but he more than made up for it in hand-to-hand combat, while Tanjiro was pretty much out of options without a blade.
Jonathan also had an edge in strength. Comparing Tanjiro to Doma and JoJo to
Even if we applied kinetic energy to Tanjiro's speed feats, the results would still be inferior to those of other major JoJo feats that Jonathan scales to, such as Jolene deflecting meteors.
Tarkus, Jonathan was over twice as strong. And while Tanjiro later fought the more powerful Muzan, Jonathan did the same with Dio.
He was way faster too. While Tanjiro and his pals could dodge lightning, we can compare Jonathan to other Ripple users like Joseph, who could dodge light, which is over 3,000 times faster.
While Joseph has had superior Ripple training, he was able to keep up with Pillar Men, who have reacted to light beams while still a novice.
That might seem crazy, but in Part 3, Dio was able to keep up with stands like Star Platinum, which can move faster than light. Dio did this on his own, and that was while using Jonathan's body.
Even with multiple ways to predict Jonathan's movements and see the flow of his Ripple with X-ray vision, Tanjiro would not have been fast enough to keep up.
Especially with the Ripple backing him up. Sure, the water and fire Tanjiro generates is impressive, but Jonathan was tough enough to power through it. Tanjiro, though, had no way to defend
Jonathan's
against
time on
the
healing was
Ripple
superior to
bypassing his durability
Tanjiro's.
and directly messing with his organs.
Such as manipulating his muscles like a puppeteer, or directly shutting off his brain or heart, something other Ripple users have done to ordinary humans with a single zap. And Jonathan had the opportunity to do this literally every time Tanjiro blocked his blade.
Sure, Tanjiro could recover himself with a breath, but that'd be a breath spent healing and
Traded
not, you know,
to-
fighting.
And while Sun Breathing's
Less
overuse
skilled,
was
okay.
dangerous to Tanjiro, JoJo's Hamon had no such drawback.
Which meant that JoJo could keep fighting for as long as he needed to.
Tanjiro was never going to go down easy, but Jonathan's speed, Hamon, and righteous gentlemanly fists carried him to victory.
Jonathan took Tanjiro's breath away.
The
Ha!
winner is
puns.
Jonathan Joestar.
Okay, who's next on Death
Thank
Battle?
you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping into the next matchup next week. But you can always get more Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes
Next.
right over there and by downloading the battle music linked down below.
Thor versus Vegeta. Okay, that's cool. So, yeah, honestly, I like that death battle. It's probably the best episode they've had to date, or this season anyway. Not to date. That's a different one. But yeah, I'd say that was a pretty good video. And with that's it. So I guess that's it. I was actually right for once. So thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.